All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Facebook Live with Mel Rapozo. Today is Wednesday, November 6th, 2019. Already into November, getting closer and closer to Christmas. Thanksgiving right around the corner. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday evening. How you, Mr. Meta? Brother Brian, all the way from the Big Island. Diane, aloha. Larry, thank you for joining us. Kenny. Andrew. Just came back from football practice, made a stop at the convention hall, picked up the spaghetti dinner, the Louis Pop Warner fundraiser. Delicious spaghetti, corn, and a bun, and a roll, and a bottle of water for $10. So if you guys in Lihui and you're looking for something to eat, stop by the convention hall. They'll be there till 8 o'clock. $10. Great dinner. Clayton, Stella, what's up? Patsy, Maines, what's up, Maines? Aloha, my man. Judy, Karen, JJ, Eric, Robert Bitos, Wallace, aloha, you guys. Awesome, awesome. Melanie, hey, Judy, how you doing? Got a bunch of stuff to talk about tonight. I got all the old style now. Paper notes. I don't know, it's my phone acting really weird. Must be Verizon. Between Verizon and Spectrum, I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Bernadette, how are you? Kolohe Kapu. Justin, what's up? Kolohe, all the way in Oregon. I hope you're doing okay, my man. I hope you're doing all right, buddy. Addison, thanks for joining us. Councilmember Chalk is on tonight. Got any questions for the council? Hit him up. Mason is on the session. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys joining us every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. to 8 o'clock. Always a pleasure to try to get the information that I think is relevant to our daily lives out to all of you. So just keeping you guys informed. That's it. So we're going to get started a little bit. Just hang out for a couple minutes and wait for others to join on. Wesley Chow, what's up? John Kaihui from Oahu. Spectrum is messing me up in Hanapepe. I think Spectrum has messed around everybody on the whole island. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Debbie, what's up? Michelle, thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. How's everybody doing, by the way? How is everybody doing? I hope you guys having a great evening. Again, if you're in Lihui and you're looking for something to grab to eat, Lihui Papuana doing a fundraiser at the convention hall, $10 spaghetti dinner, complete with a bottle of water, $10. They have takeouts available, so you can go and pick it up and take them out. That supports Louis Pop Warner. They got 2 teams flying out to the mainland in December. The Pee-wee's going to Vegas. The Mighty Mites, my team, is going to California for the regional championship, so all the help is appreciated. Calvin Tamagawa, what's happening, bro? Parnell, Patricia, Gaylord, aloha. 49ers, yeah, the only undefeated team left. Only undefeated team left. Wallace says, 1 year ago, all memories came from my Facebook. Mel for mayor. Yeah, that was a whoo. Chan, what's happening? What's happening? I'll be putting up the link. Actually, I'll send it if you guys looking at donating money. For Louis Pop Warner, hit me up. I'll send you a link. I got a PayPal and a Venmo. You guys can send it to me. I'll make sure it gets to the kids, and it'll get to the kids. It won't get to the coaches. It'll go to the kids to help our kids get up to the mainland. Thank you for your Facebook show. Looks like they're trying to cut the grass on the side of the road. Thank you for being the eyes on the street. Nanakila, what's up? Yvonne, aloha. You guys inform me of what's going on. And, we just pass it on to where it needs to go. Wally, what's up, honey, and BC? How you guys doing? All right. I'm going to start off by, Monday is Veterans Day, so I want to say real quick, mahalo to the veterans of this wonderful country. And there will be a ceremony out at the Hanapepe Cemetery on Monday at 11 a.m. There's also some activities going on at the Vet Center throughout the day, but So, Monday morning, 11 a.m. If you haven't been out there, go out there. Check out the ceremony. It's quite moving, and it's it's just our opportunity to say thank you to the veterans that have served this country or are serving currently. And if there's any veterans here tonight, thank you for your service. And Monday is your day. It should be every day, but we put aside one day a year for that purpose. So I just want to wish everybody or thank every veteran out there that has served at one time or another. Councilmember Cowden is on now. Awesome. Eric says, you too, my brother in arms, thank you for serving. It was my pleasure to serve. We live in a country that Maine as well, Maynard Chase up in the mainland right in Florida. But yeah, we had that opportunity. We very honored to have served this country. Learned a lot, and till today, man, I benefit from my time and my experience in the military. Jay, what's happening? So Monday, 11 a.m., Hanapepe Cemetery. If you can make it, please stop by. Chala Vidina Senior. What's happening, bro? Thank you guys. Okay, so let's just get into this because, on this show, time goes by so fast. By the way, Calvin Tamagawa's on. He's the new owner of the Old Fish Express. Want to wish him well, the best of luck. Please patronize. I got my classmate, my best friend from elementary school. Good guy. So the Old Fish Express is now Calvin's business. I don't know what he's going to change the name or whatever. But good luck, my man, and congratulations on your new business. Send me the link so I can donate and help you, the kids. Better yet, stop by LC. Okay, perfect. Larry Arruda, thank you for your contribution to the Pop Warner as well as your service in the military. What's up, Sean? Okay, let's get started. Spectrum outage again, second time, bam. And like I said, a lot of people came on and a lot of comments on Facebook, beating up the people that were beating up the Spectrum. Hey, Caroline, how's it going? Again, I understand that life gets in the way every so often. Cables break. I was a telephone technician in the service. Wires and cables break. That is normal. What's up, Michelle? But my frustration wasn't with part of it was the fact that the cable broke, and where I work, we rely on the internet to get our job done. So it made it very difficult. But the bigger problem was the fact that they never communicated with the public, with their clients, with their customers. And some said, well, they couldn't because they didn't have internet. Well, they Kong radio, you have all these different avenues where they could have at least let us know, but they didn't. And that was the frustration. Not with the break, not with the outage. I was just frustrated that no one knew what was going on. And then the rumors started, right? So it gets everybody excited. That was the problem, where, in any business, hey, Carla, in every business, there's, you got customer service, marketing, and so forth. And, number one is you gotta take care of your clients. You gotta take care of your customers. And you don't want these vicious rumors starting because they don't have the information. So that was my frustration. It really wasn't about the outage itself. Larry said, but something usually breaks the cable, right? Yeah, well, it could be trucks running over cable. In this case, it was under the ocean. I don't know what happened. But bottom line is this. They could have let us know, and they didn't. And that was the frustration. So anyway, speaking of cell carriers, AT&T, this came out today. AT&T was just fined $60 million for misleading their customers with these unlimited plans. So if you are hey, Brian and Paul, if you are you were an AT&T customer before 2011, then you should be getting partial refund. By the way, speaking of partial refunds, if you call Spectrum, say they're not going to give you an automatic credit. What's up, Melissa? They are not going to give you an automatic credit. You need to call. which again, that frustrates me even more. But you need to call them, and if you call, they're going to give you 2 days credit off of your bill. They're going to give you 2 days credit. So you, whatever your cable bill is, you divide it by 30, and you get that times 2, and that'll be your credit. Amazing. But anyway, that's what you're going to get if you call. If you don't call, you ain't getting no credit, which I think is horrible customer service. Horrible customer service. So anyway, AT&T just got fined $60 million from the Federal Trade Commission because they were selling these unlimited plans, but they weren't telling you that if you buy the unlimited plan, the more data that you use, the slower your internet speed will be. Hey, Bob and Glenn, what's up? Oh, Calvin is saying they'll also refund you for the UH game. I didn't buy the UH game. I don't buy the UH game. It's too expensive for number one, and I love watching the Rainbows, but not to that level where I'm going to spend that kind of money to watch a game on TV. Jalen and Sammy, what's up? What's up? So anyway, because of that misleading claims, now they got to pay these people back. FTC sued AT&T in 2014 for not letting the customers know that if they used up a certain amount of data, then they would slow your speeds down. That's exactly what happened. What's up, Chelsea? And you know, it is what it is. So if you were a customer with AT&T before 2011, make sure you call them up and find out you can get your refund. Not sure what their refund is. This is going to be an automatic refund, though. The FTC, the court ruled. What's up, Keloa, Gilbert, and Kimo? The FTC are requiring them to automatically credit their customers. So you should be seeing a refund. If not, give them a call. What's up, Susan? What's up? What's up? What's up? So today, AT&T says that it may slow speeds of unlimited plans after a certain amount of data is used. So nothing has changed. Your data, your speed does slow down if you use more data if you're on a limited plan. I'm on Verizon Unlimited. I don't have an issue. Never had an issue until this last Spectrum outage where we lost phone, internet, everything. But normally I don't have a problem with Verizon with slow speeds. I'm very pleased with my internet. On my phone, my house, I have Spectrum. And as you know, we've seen this show get cut off before. We'll see if it stays on today with my comments. Again, it's not so much about the outage. It was about the failure for them to communicate. Kippy, what's up? Skyla, Stan Kua, aloha, you guys. Aloha, aloha. All right, moving on. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. TMT, law enforcement costs. This one pisses me off. They've been going a little over 16 weeks. So far, law enforcement costs over $11 million. $11 million for overtime, for diem, all of those benefits. Lynn Spears, what's happening? More than 11 million. Most of those costs are coming from the Big Island, but the bottom line is you got the National Guard and DLNR and the police, county, and Maui, and went, and Honolulu went. But imagine how much good the state could do for the people of this state, the homeless, the elderly, the youth, with $11 million. Could you leverage $11 million against federal funds to build more housing, affordable housing, or homeless shelters? I don't want to ever hear this state say they don't have enough money to feed our kids in school, and if they got a zero balance, they're going to throw it at lunch. Now when you can piss away $11 million in 4 months on law enforcement costs that is really benefiting a private corporation, I struggle with that. And while I understand that they need to do what they need to do, this is the deal, right? We never have money, but yet for these kinds of nonsense, we always find the money. Not enough money to help our kids in school. We cut services in school. We cut classes. We cut programs because we don't have money. But we always find money for rail. We always find money for TMT. We always find money for, hey, Carol, D. Morikawa, Darnell, what's up? Oh, we got Ken Yamahiro on as well. Representative Morikawa is on. We got council members Cowden and Chalk. So if you got any questions that you want to direct to them, feel free to put it in a box and hopefully they will respond. My point is this, there's never money to help the little guy, but there's always money for these corporate projects, I guess I'll say. James Torres, what's happening? Yeah, they feed the prisoners for free, but the kids, sorry. That's just the way it is, JJ. I know it's hard to understand. But I guess my point is that if TMT wasn't happening, that $11 million that they've spent over the last 16 weeks, it wouldn't have been made available for our youth or our seniors or our homeless. It wouldn't, because we continuously are told that there's no money. So that's where I'm having an issue. Hey, Jeffrey, there's never enough money. But when these types of things happen, there's always the money. That's my point. That's my point. What's up, you guys? Awesome. Hey, don't forget now, my YouTube channel. I know a couple of you guys went on over the last week. Subscribe. Thank you, guys. I don't make money for that. I'm not here telling you to subscribe because I don't make any money. But I want you guys to subscribe. So whenever we put up a new video, you get to see it. You get notified and you get to see it. So just want to make sure you guys know. Again, the whole purpose of this is to inform and educate. Engage in the discussion. 11 million, so why not the $625,000 for Waimea River mount? Highway funds, no way. Yeah, exactly. We talked about that, Paul. The state and Representative Morikawa is on, so she might be able to explain why, but my kids complaining the school's lunch is almost inedible. I saw a post today, Waimea High School, they had shrimp tacos today. It looked delicious. So I guess depends what school you go to. Some schools got some amazing food, and some just don't cut it. Tino, highlights of today's council meeting. If we have time, it wasn't that. I mean, it was. They talked the ARU bill passed, but there was also discussion on the Kukuyula's amendment of the Communities Facilities District. That is simply where a development like Kukuyula, they utilize the sale of government bonds, but they guarantee the repayment. Their members, their residents of this Kukuyula development project, they are responsible for paying additional real property taxes that will repay the loan. Not us taxpayers, but the people that will benefit from the improvements that will be completed using the sale of government bonds. But it's guaranteed by the developer. The county cannot lose. And in return, the county gets 15% of those funds for community projects. So it's a great thing. This is an amendment. We were the first ones in the state to ever do a communities facilities district many years ago. Today was an amendment of that district, or that resolution was to amend. And it's a great thing. And I want to thank the council and the mayor and the administration for moving that forward, because what it does, it takes away the burden of taxpayers to fund improvements for these rich developments that are coming up. They pay an extra tax on their real property, and they will pay for the improvement. That's in a nutshell. That's kind of all there was today. Let's see. My grandson says the cafeteria line is nearly half hour at Koa High School. Unbelievable. Waimea had a special chef visiting the school today. That's why. Oh, okay. Tino, thank you. I was thinking, wow, that's kind of, yeah, I know there was, I think the governor's wife went to Waimea High School today, so maybe that's why they had the special shrimp tacos. I don't know what they have. Anybody knows the regular food at Waimea High School? Let me know. I don't know. Kevin, what's up? That's an assessment district. Yeah, in the mainland, they call it assessment districts. We follow the Scottsdale, Arizona model. We call it Communities Facilities District. And it's the same thing. You designate a district or where this development will occur. In this case, it was Kukuyula. And they borrow money, 100 million, 120 million. to develop, build the infrastructure, but they pay for it, not the county taxpayers. They pay for it, and they guarantee the repayment. So anyway, Gwen, Reen, what's happening? We're having Waimea Rivermount meeting November 14th, 4 to 6 along the river at Smoky Valley Clubhouse with Representative Morikawa and a number of stakeholders. Thank you for that, Felicia. November 4th, 4 to 6, Smoky Valley Clubhouse. Get back into politics. That's where you can make an impact. I tried that, D. Hey, Rain, I tried that. I guess my only question, D, thanks for chiming in. Food at the prisons are horrible. Okay. Put money in my son's account so he can buy food from the prison store, plus for his personal needs, shaving cream. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in school, and I've never been in prison. So all I know is when I was in school, the lunches were decent. Herman, what's happening? What's happening? Waimea High School is the same meal that the other high school do. Kids complain all the time about the food. Okay. D. Morikawa, try again. I appreciate the encouragement, D. Yeah, we'll make that decision by the end of the year. But I guess my only question is, as far as the Waimea, why isn't the state, from what I understand at the council meeting, and that's why, I think that meeting is wonderful because you get Representative Morikawa there to explain the state's perspective. What's up, Roland? I just struggle with the fact that the state, according to Lau Tabata now, that it was stated on a council floor that the state is refusing to pay for the Waimea River remedy and the county is being forced to. That is what was portrayed at the council meeting. That is what I talked about on the show a couple of weeks ago. And it frustrates me because we all know that that river is a state river and that the state should be the ones that are funding the remediation of that and not the county taxpayers. But again, that's one side of the story. I'm curious to hear the state side. What's up, Marlene? Amy, Stacy, April, aloha, you guys. Awesome. So we shall see. Marlene, what's happening? Hey, does anyone know what that many years ago the county, typo, says many years ago, I don't want to even repeat that. Anyway, we'll figure it out, we'll figure it out. Appreciate if you can, whatever you can do to help us here on Kauai. I believe it's the state's responsibility. I think the statute states it's the state responsibility, and we just can't afford Kauai. Sorry, try again. Many years ago, the county used to clear the river mouth. Nathan, what's happening? I'm not sure what occurred. I think at this stage in the game, though, I think the statute says the state's responsible. Why we did it, I don't know. The bottom line is now the county is, the administration is coming to the council asking for a ton of money, almost $1 million, which, again, we just don't have. And maybe we can get the TMT, some of the TMT money. Anyway, thanks, D. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll be able to clear some of this stuff up at that meeting in the Smoky Valley Clubhouse. Thank you, guys. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate when our state and county representatives come on and can engage in the discussion. It makes it so much more valuable. Thanks for joining us, Marlene. I'm glad you could see us live as well. Now on the west side, Air Force selects Kauai for the new Space Squadron. Hot off the press. I am excited. People are going to go nuts, but I'm excited. County had an extended boom excavator just to maintain the floodgates. Yeah, I mean, hey, Chucky, it's going to be interesting how that matter's resolved, but I got to tell you, I don't think the county should be paying. I just don't think the county should be paying. That river needs to be dredged. That's the remedy. These Band-Aids are only going to cost millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. You're not fixing the problem. We need to dredge the river. The county, that's not the county's job. That isn't the county's job. Mahialani Contreras Brun, what's happening? Anyway, United States Air Force announced that it has approved Barking Sands Pacific Missile Range Facility as the preferred alternative for the Air National Guard Space Control Squadron. By selecting the site on Kauai, Air Force will create a new, highly technical squadron to monitor U.S. satellites in support of the National Security Space Mission, ensuring that the military and other national security agencies have access to satellite communication, intelligence, and key information. Unbelievable. I like re-enlist too. I want to go back. What's up, John? Brother John Shadron, what's up? I want to go back. They are going, this new development is going to create 88 new Hawaii Air National Guard positions, of which 29 are full-time, 59 part-time drill status personnel. 29 new full-time positions. Amazing. So yes, I'm excited. Kick off, or the West Side should be excited. I don't know if they'll let me re-enlist. I think I'm too damn old already. Hey Cindy, how you doing? He says, but you are right. It is state jurisdiction. However, this is written in the levy agreement that the county is responsible. Yes, the state will need to help fund the river dredging. That is, that's why it's so important to engage in the discussion, because that was not discussed at the council meeting. I watched the whole meeting. So thank you, D. Thank you. But we gotta figure out a way how we're gonna fix that problem. I mean, how we're gonna dredge that river. Thank you so much. Plus, so much water was diverted back in the river that was for ADC. Keep EY, what's happening? What's happening? Gotta stop diverting the river waters and let it clear out the river sediment like it used to. Yeah, I'm too old. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the diversion caused the flow to diminish, allowing the sediment to build. I mean, the sediment is ridiculously high. It is, and it's causing some problems there for the Waimea residents. It's not a county problem. It's not a state problem. It's our problem, right? I hate when people, you know, point fingers, but there's different duties that are delegated to different divisions of government. But at the end of the day, it's our problem. It's everybody's problem. So, you know, let's just figure out a way to get it done. And start focusing on our priorities. That's my whole point. Let's focus on priorities. Do we need a new Aloha Stadium? Do we need a new Neil Blaisdell Center? Do we need these rushed projects, $350 million for the stadium? Do we need that before we need to dredge the river, or before we need to feed our kids? I think that's where I struggle. It's never a money issue. It is a priority issue. Councilmember Cowden says the hydrologic study says the problem is the sand. The dredging is somewhere between $17 million to $30 million estimates. It's not cheap. The problem is not the problem. The reason the river mouth is closing, yes, I would agree that it's the sand. But the reason is because we don't have the flow to push and keep that way open. That's the true problem. The root of the problem is the fact that river is not capable of pushing out the sediment that used to happen on a regular basis. And only the event of storms is when the backlash of sand would come in, and then the county or the state. I know at one time it was a state job. I know because my brother-in-law was the one that was doing it. And at that time it was a state contract. But you gotta, you know, the Band-Aid is, yeah, keep opening the river mouth. That's not solving the problem. The problem is no enough water coming down to keep that waterway open. That's the problem. And that's not a hydrologic study. That is just the way that's what I seen through my experience on this island. Is as the water flow decreases, it's like anything else. You know, you don't have enough water to push out the debris, then that's what's going to happen. You're going to get back up. It's like constipation. If you don't have that constant fiber in your body that flows, cleans out your bowels, you get constipation. So you got to clean them out. That's what you got to do. All right. Hate to use that graphic analogy, but it is what it is. All right. How about this? Katrin Kealoha's grandma and uncle gets a new trial. Remember, back in 2013, the Catherine Kealoha ripped off her grandma and we did a reverse mortgage. What's up, Miley? And Kathleen, what's happening? So she went and did a reverse mortgage on her grandma's house, and then her cousin or uncle, she talked them into investing the money. Anyway, basically she ripped them off. She stole money from them. And they went to trial in 2013, and the judge found in favor of Catherine Kealoha. Well, remember, she was the deputy prosecutor. She was like some highfalutin woman. Husband was the police chief. You know, everything was all cool. No way she would lie in court, right? Her grandma was senile and the uncle was a crook. They must have been lying. They set up the grandma. So the court ruled in favor of Catherine Kealoha. Well, in the criminal proceedings, the evidence showed, the evidence that was produced in the criminal hearing or the criminal trial showed that she lied in her civil trial. So the grandma and the uncle went back and appealed, and the judge just granted a new trial. So they're going to have a new civil trial, and now Catherine Kealoha is going to be back on trial to pay back her grandma the money that she stole and her uncle. Now, the bottom line is, where is that money going to come from? Because I don't think Catherine is going to be out of jail and making money at a job anytime soon. At the end of the day, they'll get a judgment, and hopefully, they'll be able to get that money back. But interesting, yeah? You just think about, not too long ago, she was this prominent person who no one would think could do such a thing. And it is, 6 years later that the judge is saying, well, no, you know what, now you lied in civil court, so we're going to give you a new trial. They don't have to do it all over again, but at least they'll have their day in court. Grandma, I don't know how much longer she'll be around. I think they're trying to get her like a personal agent, whatever they call them in court, conservatorship or whatever the case may be. Anyway, but they're going to get a new trial, and rightfully so. Sandy, my sister Sandy, Billy, what's up? Sorry to say, but good for her. It's just a path of destruction that she has caused of so many people. But it is. She's suffering the consequence, and we'll see once the sentencing comes up. I'm dying to find out what kind of sentence she's gonna get. Rumor is that Robinson back in the day complained that his cattle didn't have water and dying. That's why the water was diverted. I don't know what the statistics or the specs on the diversion is. But one thing we do know from historical knowledge, I talk to people that's lived there for 60, 70, 80 years. That's the people I believe. I mean, no disrespect to scientists, but I put so much more value in testimony or statements from people that have been there forever. They know the cycles. I mean, and they're always proven right. The textbook can teach you one thing, but the life skills, the street knowledge, you cannot beat. So I base my observations and my opinions off of people that have knowledge. The Filipino ditch man that ran the fields, all the irrigation ditches in the field. They weren't engineers. They didn't have a college degree. But you know what? That damn system worked flawlessly. With manual gates, they had to go up and pull up the gates. Remember, we used to swim in that stuff. Those are people I listen to because they know. They know. Billy, what's up? Leolani, Darren. So when you go and talk to the neighbors, not Dr. whoever from UH or whatever, although I have a lot of friends that work at UH, worked with them during the shoreline setback studies. But you go talk to the ditch man, or you go talk to the guy that lives on that river for the last 40, 50 years. He's going to tell you exactly what has gone on in that time. And I think we got to start, there's a saying, right? To know about the future, you got to go check out your past. I think there's a lot of validity in that. And I really think that we should pay more attention to the past and not this, not the future, not textbooks. Greed always catches up with the person in question. Yes, Maines, you're right, buddy. You're right. Cousin Rick from Oahu, what's happening? Thank you for your service as well on this upcoming Veterans Day. Where are you in this conversation? And Uncle Charlie Iona. Which conversation, Michelle? Cindy, where are you in this conversation? And Uncle Charlie Iona? I don't know. What you talking about? I would assume it's the Waimea River. All right. Some more good news. Hope Treatment Services will be the vendor or the operator of the new Adolescent Treatment and Healing Center up on Mahalo Road, up Kapaya. You know, this whole idea started back in, my first term on the council was 2002. It's like, what, 17 years ago. Is that right? Yeah. And Brian Baptiste, the late Brian Baptiste, that was his first term on the mayor. He got elected as the mayor. I got elected to the county council back in 2002. And it was real shortly after our inauguration that he called me and asked me if I wanted to be part of his anti-drug coalition. He had a thing against drugs. I love Brian Baptiste. That guy was genuine. He was so sincere. And he wanted to form this coalition. What's up, Napa? An anti-drug coalition, asked me to be a part of it. I said, absolutely. I was happy and honored. But one of Brian's visions was to build a treatment center. 17 years ago, maybe 16 years ago. And, it's unfortunate that he's not around to see this happen, but I've been around that whole time. And I've seen this project go from mayor to mayor to mayor. And I've seen opposition, I've seen support, I've seen some horrific opposition from council members over the last few years. And I've seen so much support from each administration, including the current one. And the people, there's been so many people that has had a part in this project. And I just wanted to thank everyone. They were during the coalition, we had all these different groups, members of the community that got together. Back then, it was on a weekly basis, and we're brainstorming. We're working so hard with treatment and prevention and enforcement, all these different groups trying to figure out what we can do. But always, the goal was always to have this treatment center one day. And Brian never survived his dream, but the dream survived, and the dream kept on going. And he went to Bernard, and Bernard was a very strong supporter of the treatment center. And for 10 years, as Bernard was the mayor, we worked together. We, meaning the county council and the administration and everybody, the community, to try to get around the obstacles. Funding was a huge obstacle. And then in Mayor Kawakami's term, the commitment was reinforced, and it didn't stop. It kept on going and going. And I mean, again, for me to sit here and name all the people that had a thing to do with this there's just not enough time. And I know I would definitely miss someone, but I gotta mention Teresa Koki, because Teresa Koki has been the flame. She has been the lightning rod as well, but she has been the spark and the flame for this for a long, long time. She was at council meetings getting just bombarded with questions. She was getting bashed with some council members that didn't support it. Alfred, Lisa, Janelle, what's happening? But she stood tall. She knew her stuff. And more importantly, her heart and her passion and her desire to make sure that this happened was second to none. Second to none. So I did want to say a special mahalo to Teresa Koki, because, and if you guys get tomorrow or do it on Facebook, I don't care. But she's a very humble person. She Portuguese, talk plenty, But as far as taking credit or whatever, she, she was the spark, and again, many others as well. But you got to have that one person that can got to remind everybody of the dream, and that was Teresa Koki. And so, I think Brian Baptiste, Teresa Koki, to me, were the two visionaries. But yeah, do me a favor. When this is done, everybody on this call, I think Teresa Koki get Facebook, but everybody go up and just say, hey, thanks, Teresa, for seeing it through, and just tag her. Just bombard her. Please, please, please. Yeah, the treatment center. They found an operator, Bethany, and it is, what's up, Julie? Uilani, hello. Hope Treatment Services. There were council members that said, you guys ain't going to find nobody to do this. Nicole, what's up? And they did. And they did. And trust me, I was up on Honolulu on several occasions at the Capitol with Teresa, working her butt off, trying to convince people that this was the right thing for her. How can you not think this is the right thing for Kauai? How can you not? The sister bloodline, my awesome cousin. All right, tell her, Julie, tell her that we said thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she's just an amazing woman. Harold Scoggins, what's happening? I mean, who would think that this island didn't even have a treatment center? It goes back to Brian Baptiste with that vision, carried on through Mayor Cavallo, then on to Kawakami. It couldn't, obviously Teresa didn't do this alone. No one did this alone. The community was a huge part of this. So thank you all. Thank you all for whoever had a small part of this. And don't forget, when we pow, hit up Teresa on Facebook and just say thank you. She gonna cry. All right. Okay. Now, this is another, you guys email me, message me, text me about situations, issues. And there was this one, I don't know if any of you saw this, but there was, hey, Tiana, Desmond, Teresa Koki just joined. Oh, my God. Hey, Teresa. Thanks, Teresa. Thank you for your persistence, your drive, your determination, your motivation, your passion, your everything. I just talked about the Hope Treatment Services taking over. I just excited for you and everybody. So anyway, thank you. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so anyway, I got this call, and I got a couple of emails about somebody cutting down the trees, all those ironwoods on the Makai side of the bike path in Kilia, from Kilia Point to the Pineapple Dump. So I did a little bit of research and found that, hey, all those hearts are for you, Teresa. All those hearts are for you, Teresa. Anyway, she has no idea what the heck is going on. So they just completely destroyed a lot of trees. And so I did some research and found that, well, what I read on Facebook was that the landowner that lives right above the bike path, overlooking the bike path, asked the county for permission to weed whack the guinea grass and trim some trees, and the county gave them permission. But well, he went and got his crew in there, and they completely destroyed all the trees, most of all the trees. Anyway, it's kind of disturbing because that is a special management area, requires a permit. And so I sent an email over to Sarah Blaine, Chief of Staff, and I'm going to tell you, she sent me a response very quickly. And I'm gonna read the response because I just want you guys to understand what happened, because I don't want rumors to go nuts about what happened to those trees. The bottom line is the county was aware of it. Wait, hang on, I'm checking my Philip, Matt, Steve, what's up? What's up? So bottom line is this: a private property owner approached Parks to assist with landscaping on the Mackay side of the bike path. It was the county's understanding that the work would include topping off trees and grass cutting, and the owner was granted permission. It was intended to be an example of a helpful public-private partnership similar to the Adopt a Park agreements that we do with the community. Unfortunately, the actual scope of work was far beyond what Parks had anticipated. However, we are taking full responsibility for what occurred, and we realize that after the fact, we did not properly communicate our requirements with the person who coordinated the work. Upon being notified Monday of the extent of the tree trimming that took place over the weekend, Parks officials immediately did a site visit and met with the owner. In addition, Parks took the initiative to request that the planning department investigate the incident, specifically the potential for an SMA violation. The planning enforcement officer responded on Monday and Tuesday and confirmed that the work that took place would have required an SMA permit. As such, planning has notified us that they intend to issue the Department of Parks and Recreation a notice of violation as they would any other landowner. While Parks has not yet received a formal violation notice, it generally comes with a monetary fine. We realize that doesn't necessarily make sense for one county agency to pay another, so we're also considering alternative penalties such as remediation of the area, which would include planting of native plants to help restore the site. Also, appropriate Parks employees will be required to attend SMA training to help ensure that such an incident does not happen again. So that is straight from the county. And the reason I wanted to bring this up was, number one, it's unfortunate what occurred. Landowner wants to clear his view plane so he can see the ocean. You know, he buys that rich lot up there, but the trees are in the way. Calls the county. County says, yeah, he says he's only going to weed whack and top off some trees. County says shouldn't be a problem. He goes in with the heavy artillery and pretty much takes out a quarter mile, according to a witness. I have not been down there, of trees. County finds out, they go down and they immediately take responsibility. Hey, Nestor, Kareem, awesome. And then not only that, but the Parks Department says, hey, planning, can you go down and take a look to see exactly what we did wrong, and come to find out that we should have gotten an SMA permit. See, the county is not exempt from getting SMA permits. And not a few years ago, so he should be responsible for this, not the county. Well, apparently, the county didn't tell him what he could not do. So, but a few years ago, I don't know if you remember, the Parks Department went down and cut a road down in Kilauea in the SMA. And at the time, the Parks Director came up and apologized and said he didn't know. And he thought he was doing good. In this case, while this is a very unfortunate incident, very unfortunate, because we destroyed a lot of trees, I gotta say, kudos to the county for taking the responsibility and not trying to hide it, not trying to sweep it under the rug, taking responsibility. Actually, they're going to end up getting a notice of violation, and it's going to come with some consequence. Now, this is a new administration, new Parks Director, so you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to sit up here and say anybody should be fired or whatever, but at the end of the day, I think the county's saying, you know what, we messed up. We failed to communicate with this owner on what he could and could not do. I guess we took him literally when he said he was just going to weed whack and top off some of the trees. So what happens next? I like the idea of the remediation. We'll go down there and plant new trees. Have the county go down and plant new trees. The training of all the employees that got to understand special management areas are protected areas. So while this incident is unfortunate and these trees got destroyed, again, I think the county learned a very valuable lesson in the fact that we need to train our employees. We need to make sure that we this never happens again. Hey, Lisa, Alan, Mary, but I really appreciate Sarah Blaine emailing me back relatively quickly, not hiding anything, just basically stating the facts. And I got to say that I'm actually pretty, I guess I give kudos to the planning department, parks department for, again, not making excuses. Not making excuses. Everybody makes mistakes. We learn from them. It's called education, yeah. So we'll see what happens now. I think that remediation again gotta happen soon, because the guy that cut all those trees, he's probably one of those guys that cries about global warming and that we gotta save our trees, and but because it impacted his view plane, it was okay to wipe them out. That's what bothers me. I think these guys, when they buy properties, I think the realtors have an obligation to tell them as well. This wasn't even his property. This was not even his property. It's on the other side of the bike path. So anyway, just Sarah Blaine. I gotta tell you, Sarah Blaine, Chief of Staff, is amazing. In all my years with the county since she was on, whenever I had a question, instantaneous response. So, and very honest, very honest. I just read that straight from her email. Very open, very transparent, and that is how government should be. And for that, I tip my hat that I'm not wearing off. Zave, Wendes. All right. So we covered a lot of stuff going on. And Spectrum allowed me to finish. They didn't cut me off. I thought for sure tonight they would cut me off because of my comments. John Finnegan, aloha, aloha. So anything else you guys want to talk about? I'm going to close up with, again, my plea for Lihui Pop Warner. If you guys want to contribute, hey, $5, $10, it does not matter how much, because it all goes to the pot for these kids. But appreciate all you guys that came out to our breakfast on Sunday morning. I know there were some of you that came because you saw it here on Facebook Live. Anthony! And for those of you that went to Convention Hall tonight for the spaghetti dinner, thank you. How many of you that bought car wash tickets or Fun Factory tickets or whatever you did to help our kids go on this trip? Appreciate you guys. So if you guys are interested, I have a PayPal link. I have a Venmo link. Mains, I'll get that off to you right after we get off this thing. And if you guys are interested, just send me a message. Send me a message and I'll get the link to you. Christy and Willie's Lebanon. What's happening? What's happening? We are going to be departing on December 5th and return on the 9th. The game is on the 7th in California. And we're going to be playing with someone from the West Coast, from the Western region. We don't know who yet because they're still playing, so we'll see what happens. But looking forward to it. So yeah, I really appreciate whatever help you guys can give our kids. There was a situation with cutting trees in the Lanikai, Lainani area, okayed by a manager. Do you know what the outcome was on that? No, I don't, Leo. I don't know. I will find out though. When was this? And if you can text or email me, Leo, I'll follow up on that for sure. Definitely no owner of a condo should be giving permission for anybody to cut trees. I think people underestimate the value of these trees. The trees provide shade for the local people that hang out at the beach. They cannot be cutting it. We're in Cali. We will be in Mission Viejo, somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. We're supposed to be staying at Knott's Berry Farm Resort, but again, because of cost, we're now going to be staying at a Hampton Inn. So, that's cool. As long as I got 4 walls and a roof, I'm good. I'm good. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys again, as always, every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, Facebook Live with Mel Rapozo. Don't forget my YouTube channel, very simple, Mel Rapozo. Subscribe and like and hit the bell so every time we put one of these things up, you get notified. Really appreciate you guys coming on every week. We moved it from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. The participation has been awesome. We got a State House of Representative, D. Morikawa. Thank you, D. We had Mason Chalk and Felicia Cowden on. Thank you all. And again, that's what this is all about. This is the place we can chat about anything. We can engage discussion about anything, and hopefully learn and be informed and educated, because that's what this is all about. All right. Patsy is recovering from cataract surgery. She had it this morning. So I gotta go babysit her. She cannot lift. She cannot do anything. Maybe I have to go bake again, like I did the last. She did her first. I baked brownies, was delicious. Maybe I gotta go bake something tonight. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna go check up on her. So anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Don't forget YouTube. Talk to you guys later. Aloha. Love you guys. God bless.